Welcome back to digital class, and now we're looking at remainder concept, and this is type 1, give you value later. Now let's try to look at the first question here, and we'll be tackling it together. Now we have two examples here today. So the first example here will be the easier version, and the second example will be slightly harder version. But the first version is something that you must know, is a basic, and the second version is actually built based on the first concept. It will be slightly more challenging, but as long as you practice enough, you will be able to do it. Okay, now let's look at the first example here. Now here says that Shi Yun spent 1/4 of her salary on a phone and 3/5 on the remainder on a laptop. Now let's illustrate this in the form of a bar model. Now I know that this is a Shi Yun salary. I will draw a big model here, and what I do is here 1/4 of the salary on phone. So this basically tell you that this 4 represent the salary and this 1 represent the phone. So I cut like this, I cut like this, I cut like this. So out of the 4 unit of salary, I spend only 1 unit on this phone. Okay, now next part, this 3 will be what I left over, the remainder, and this 3/5 now is built on the remainder. Now I repeat, 3/5 of the remainder on the laptop. Now this 3 is talking about the laptop, and this 5 is talking about the remainder. But the problem is my remainder down here is what? It's 3. But up there, they are saying that my remainder is what? 5. These two things are actually supposed to be the same, but they're not the same. So we are supposed to make it the same by looking for LCM. Now the key idea here is they are referring to the same thing, but the problem is the question giving us a different unit. That's why we must make these two units the same, so we are able to compare them entirely together clearly. Now, what is LCM? What is LCM of 3 and 5? Okay, you should know. We have learned this many times. We know it's 15. So it means that this 5, I need to actually make it to become 15, and this 3 unit down here, I must make it into 15. So 5 times 3, I know will become 15. If I times 3 here, I times 3 here. So I know it's actually 9 out of 15. And this 3 unit down here, I must make it into 5 unit. So I cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Teacher, how about the phone? Do I need to cut? Yes, just cut. When we cut 1 unit, then we cut every single thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I know that I have all these unit, and especially for the remainder here, I have actually 15. And out of this 15, 9 is actually belongs to the laptop. So let's count together first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these 9 belongs to the laptop. And of course, this is what I save, because they use the word save, right? As can you see here. But they say what? If she save the remaining, this is the remaining 900. So they are saying that this remaining is 900. Yeah. So this is 900. Now, can you tell me how many unit is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this is actually 6 unit. So can I actually say that this 6 unit is equal to 900? Yes, you can. And with that said, I now know what? I now know that if 6 unit is 900, 1 unit is equal to 150. And now the question is asking what? The question is asking how much was her salary. Salary basically means the whole thing here, right? So basically whole thing here. And if you count properly, in total we have actually how many unit? 20 unit. So if 1 unit is 150, 20 unit will be 3000. So that's it for the example number 1. So the only thing that I'm kind of concerned whether you get it or not is this part, where I'm asking you to find the LCM of something and something, because this is a key idea. And perhaps let me just remind you, this key idea of these two are supposed to be the same but they're not the same, so it's supposed to make it the same I'm looking for, LCM, is actually throughout the whole word problem that we'll be learning here, and of course in the next part too. Okay, now let's move on and let's look at the example number 2. Okay, now if you feel a bit tired, pause it, watch it later. I need you to pay full attention here. Okay, now let's look at this second example. Now Ariel made some donuts to sell. Now again, do I know how many donuts that I made? I don't know, so I'll just draw. This will be the donuts, and this is the amount. Okay, again, I don't know how many, but I just draw like this. Okay, now what happened is 3/4 of them were chocolate donuts. That means that out of all the donuts, I cut into 4 parts. I know what? I know that. Oops, I didn't cut nicely. Let me just cut a bit nicely here. Okay, now out of these 4, I have these 3 as chocolate. Wow, chocolate donut. And what happened here is the question says the remaining are strawberry donut. So I know. Okay, I think I didn't draw that nicely. Let me just cut a bit. Here are chocolate. Then here will be strawberry. Now, what happened here is the key thing here. Now, up to here, I believe all of you can do it. But this part will be slightly now a bit more interesting. Now, here says what? After selling 5/6 of the chocolate donut. Now, down here, if you look at the bar model, how many units do I have for chocolate? 3. But up here is saying what? He sold 5/6 of the chocolate donut. He is saying that there are 6 chocolate donuts, 6 units. Then I sell 5. One say I have 3 chocolate donut, 3 units of chocolate donut. But here say I have 6 units of chocolate donut. Then what should I do? Yes, these two are supposed to be the same, but they're not the same. So you're supposed to make it the same I'm looking for. LCM. Yes. So what is the LCM of 3 and 6? Yeah, you should know it's 6. And up here, the 6 here is already 6. So I don't need to change anything. So what I need to do is basically to cut here, this 3 unit to become 6. And I know 3 times what becomes 6? 2. So I cut this part to become 6. And of course, if I cut here, even strawberry, I also need to cut as well. Okay? Now, I know out of this 6, I know this 5 are actually being sold already. And here, if you read again, after selling 5/6 of the chocolate donuts and 210 strawberry donut. I also sell 210 strawberry donut. But the problem here is I don't know this 210 strawberry donut is how many units are based on this bar model. So I'll just leave it first and I will just continue the question. The question continue to say is what? And 1/5 of the donuts left. After I've sold 5/6 chocolate, I sell 210 strawberry. Now I have 1/5 of what I have, the donuts, left over. Now, again, some of the key thing here you should recognize again. Out of 5 units of the donuts, I have 1 unit left. This 5 represent the total number of donuts I have. Now again, this whole bar model here is also referring to the total number of donuts I have at first. But here say it's 5. But here, if you count properly, how many units do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These two are referring to the same thing. So these two are supposed to be the same, but they're not the same. So you're supposed to make it the same by looking for LCM. So LCM of 5 and 8. Now, what is it equal to? Equal to 40. Which means that I'm now supposed to times 8 to make it become 8 over 40. Means that out of 40 of the total donuts, 40 units, I have 8 units actually left. Okay? Now, means that here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I also need to cut into 5 units. So, I'm lazy to cut, and this is perhaps a bit small. So, I'll just put here 5 unit, 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 5 unit. Now, I need your attention a bit. Now, this is chocolate. Let's look at chocolate first, okay? I have sold this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you tell me how many units did I sold for chocolate? 25, right? And you notice there's one thing that's left over here. Now, this means that after I sold 25 units, I also have some left. How many units did I left with here? I left with 5 units. Hey, teacher, I noticed something. Now, you should kind of notice that here actually mentioned what? I have 8 units of the donuts left. And this 8 units is what? The total chocolate, strawberry, leftover, add together is 8 units. But here I have actually 5 units. Means that strawberry I actually left with how many units? Yes, you're right. 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. So it means that I actually understand that I actually left with 3 units of strawberry donut. And as you can see here, if I have 10 units here, strawberry, and I have 3 units left, means I actually sold how many? I actually sold 7 units, because 10 units minus 3 units is 7 units. And now, yeah, something very, very important. Do you notice that we mentioned about 210 strawberry donuts? This is what we sell. This is what we sell. So I now know that this 7 unit actually refers to what? That 210. So again, 7 unit is 210. Then I know 1 unit is 30. Okay? Now again, when you find 1 unit, then things will be simple. Last part of the question. How many donuts did she actually sell? Now, if you notice, chocolate, I sold 25 units. Strawberry, I actually sold what? 7 units. What I can do is what? Just add them together. 25 units plus 7 units. I know it's actually 32 units. If 1 unit is 30, then 32 units will be what? It will be 30 multiplied by 32, and I know it's 960 donuts. Yes, and we are finally done with our remainder concept. Type 1, give you value later. So again, this is a very important concept about remainder concept. And by knowing how we are able to solve this is actually helping us and building us confident on the next type, which is type 2 later on. Okay? Again, if you feel a bit confusing, feel free to pause it and watch or rewatch this video, because this is extremely important. Okay? And I hope you learned something today, and thank you. See you. Bye bye.